Hi there, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm back again with yet another take on a deck on a commander, and today's one is Enri, Hostile Scavenger, 3 black and green for a 3/3 human warrior. And when Enri enters the battlefield, create 2 Walker tokens. And as long as Enri is equipped, it must be blocked, and whenever Enri attacks with at least 2 other zombies, Enri becomes indestructible. Yeah, this is obviously one of the random cards that's been selected. Is one of the Walking Dead cards that's been transferred into a Magic one. It's actually Michonne, can't remember the rest of her name. Ruthless Survivor. Yeah, if you remember from the show, she's the one who walked around with her friends who had become zombies, if I've got it right, with their arms chopped off and the bottom half of their jaws chopped off so they couldn't turn anyone into zombies. It's very weird, Walking Dead, never really got into it. But yeah, this is the Magic version, and I was quite pleased when this turned up because I've never done a green-black zombie deck before. And yeah, it was a bit of fun. But yeah, anyway, here we go. This is what it looks like. As per normal, start with the land base, green and black lands all the way through, including a few deserts, Dune of the Dead, because, you know, we do like the idea of creating zombies this way, and we do have some things to do. Field of the Dead obviously makes an appearance for today. 4 forests, 5 swamps, a whole load of other things, mainly because I want to make sure that I'm getting as many different lands as possible to get the zombies keep coming every time we drop a land. To that extent, I have kept my rules, and we've got Mox Tantalite, Soul Ring, got both the Moss Charcoal, Mind Stone as the ramp and Arcane Signet, but we've also got 3 Visits, Rampant Growth, Nature's Law, just so we can make sure we're getting the land and the artifacts in play, because, you know, the more I think about it, the more I'm not sure, but I still like playing my rocks in green based decks, so hey ho, bear with me. But the rest of it is really zombified, with a few little things that make life a little bit more interesting as we go through the deck. So, starting with the rest of the 1-drops. Champion of the Perished is here, because, you know, who doesn't like making something bigger as more zombies come into play? Especially when you've got Festering Goblin, Festering Mummy, sitting there also in the 1-drop to help out. We've got Graft Harvest to make sure all our zombies have Menace permanently, which is quite nice. And then exile some cards from our graveyard if we need to get another zombie, which might help eventually. Shamble Back is a better version of it, so we take a creature card out of anyone's graveyard, create a 2/2 zombie creature token, and we gain a little bit of life. Basilisk Collar is the first piece of equipment in the deck, because Enri does need some equipment to make her work. Elixir of Immortality, shuffle everything back in if things go pear-shaped. Jadar gives us a free zombie that's got decay. Heroic Intervention keeps everything alive when we get there, as you'd expect in a deck like this. Been through the spells at ramp. Sylvan Caryatid I'm keeping in. It's one of the few non-zombie creatures in the deck, and I quite like this one because it does have permanent hexproof, sorry. A little bit of a yawn there as we were talking. So yeah, that's here to stay. Going through the rest of the things, we've got Hero's Blade, another piece of equipment. Obviously we have some legends in the deck. Well, you know, Commander's a legend to start with, so you might as well have Hero's Blade and to make sure it auto-equips when you cast out Enri. And Sword of the Animist to go and search out, you know, our 9 basic lands, which hopefully will come out quite quickly. Oh, and Swiftfoot Boots, because, you know, always have boots in somewhere. 3-drop, I've one with Loyal Subordinate. It is a zombie itself, so, you know, helps with the attacking and indestructible thing, and, you know, means everyone gets drained for 3 life when we have this and Enri in play at the start of combat, so can't complain. Oath of Liliana also appears. Everyone, apart from us, sacks a creature, and we have a few Planeswalkers, so hopefully we'll trigger a few zombie tokens. The first one of which is Liliana, Heretical Healer. Hopefully we can get another non-token creature to die quite quickly and get this transformed. And then start returning things. If we can get the emblem, I'm going to be even happier. So yeah, good on us. But the other version of Liliana, the Last Hope, is also here. Mainly because we want to do the -2, -1 as many times as we can to get to the -7 as quickly as possible, so that we can do the whole zombies creation every turn off an emblem that can't be stopped. Lord of the Undead pumps our zombies up, and then we can return some zombie cards from our graveyard to our hand if we need to. Like, you know, maybe Murderous Rider gets killed off after it's killed something at instant speed. Or, you know, Jareth's Messenger has gone to the graveyard because it had a +1/+1 counter on it. We can bring it back and target opponent loses 2 life and just have that little bit of annoyance for our opponents. Glitter, Sunslayer. Yeah, just choose one. Possibly destroy enchantment. It's a nice repeatable enchantment removal. Removing counters. There's a lot of counters kicking around at the moment. Or, you know, draw a card, lose a life. That's fine. The artifact side of the deck really comes into play now. Loxodon, Warhammer, the Sword of Feast and Famine, so discard and untaps. Fire and Ice, draw and ping, or shock I should say. Hearth and Home does the whole land, and then we can exile a creature if we need to. We've got some creatures that have comes into play effects that could help. The Sword of Light and Shadow does the whole deals damage, gain 3 life, and return 1 creature card from our graveyard to our hand, which could again a little bit of recursion. Sword of Sinew and Steel deals combat damage to a player, destroy planeswalkers and artifacts, and the Truth and Justice +1/+1 and then proliferate. Yeah, on a creature you control, so you can proliferate anywhere you want to. Endless Ranks just gives us more zombies. Nice little enchantment that sits there and does everything on our upkeep as long as we have a zombie, at least one zombie in play. Gives us bidding, creates a couple of zombies for us, and then we can madness if someone tries to make us discard it. Invasion of Innistrad, -13, -13, and then zombies appear. Josh Vest's Lich Knight. I would love to be able to say we can kick this. It's going to be a little bit complicated in this deck to get up to the required 10 mana to do it, but maybe late game it's doable, and getting all those nice zombie knight creature tokens with menace could win us the game. No Mercy will hopefully keep us in the game a little bit longer for when the creatures do damage to us, they get to be destroyed. And Parallel Lives. Yeah, we've got the other one as well, Doubling Seasons here as well. But I'll talk about Doubling Seasons in a second. Parallel Lives help us get even more zombie tokens in play. God Eternal Bontu. Don't know why Grey Merchant come up here. Grey Merchant is next, just to prove the point. There's Grey Merchant. But God Eternal Bontu enters the battlefield. We sacrifice any number of other permanents, draw that many cards. So, yeah, cycle through our deck if we need to. Junie, the Midnight Sky, just to see what happens when it dies, really. It's a nice spirit dragon to have in. It can be replaced by another zombie if you want to play a different zombie, or maybe Damnation. I'm now sitting here thinking, do I want Damnation in the deck? So I've got no real removal. And you know what? Since we're sitting here, we might as well make the change while you can see it live in the video. So, moving on. Liliana, Death's Majesty. Yep, Liliana produces zombies. We mill cards, fine. But it produces zombies. That's what we want. Liliana's Mastery pumps our zombies up and creates 2 when it comes into play. Open the Graves. Whenever a non-tokened creature we control dies, we get a zombie. Parallel Lives loves this card. And Doubling Season. I'm playing a fair few Planeswalkers. I'm playing ways of generating tokens. Let's just make sure that Doubling Season comes into play and sticks around. I know people don't like it. I know there's a lot of and ahhing about whether Doubling Season should be in decks nowadays. But I still love it, and I'll play it whenever I can. Hour of Promises here. This is why we have quite a few of the deserts in our main deck, in our land base, sorry, just so we can cast this, and then as long as we've got 3 or more deserts, we can get a couple of zombies. So it's quite a nice little bit of a land search that way. God Eternal Ronus is also a zombie in this version, and doubling up the power and giving those creatures vigilance until the end of turn can give us a little bit of a oomph. There we go, we win. The other version of Glitter appears as well, just so we can do the whole incubating thing, or transforming, or giving. Yeah, well, we're going to do the incubating thing. We can't, and then transform them in the next turn probably. So we'll see. But hey, she's a zombie, and this is 3/5, so she benefits from all the pumps. Grave Titan. I really wish they'd turn this to a zombie giant. I really do. But hey, comes into play, gives us 2 zombies. It attacks, it gives us 2 zombies. It gives everything we need it to. Kukushko will stay in because it's a black-green deck, and this gives us a nice way of gaining a whole chunk of life when someone tries to kill it off. Liliana, Dreadhorde General, is the reason we have Reliquary Tower in the deck. +1 gives us a zombie. -4, each player sacrifices a couple of creatures. -9, each opponent chooses a permanent they control of each permanent type and then sacrifices the rest. You're never going to get to -9, but the +1 on the card draw should get us there, because it's just creatures, not token creatures. So hey ho. Blood Money, treasure tokens all around and blow the board up. Grave Betrayal. Whenever a creature you control dies, returns to the battlefield under your control, with an additional +1/+1 counter on it at the beginning of the next end step. That creature is a black zombie in addition to its other types. So you're blocking stuff, killing it, you're going to get those creatures back. Or, you know, you can just use Virtue of Pestilence, give something -3/-3, gain 2 life, cast it, and nick it in your upkeep from anyone's graveyard. Ghoul Tree is just a silly big zombie, which should cost us less than 8 to cast most of the time. Rise of the Dark Realms, because, you know, yeah, I had to do it. It's got zombies in the artwork and I just love it. So yeah, it's here. And Molder Hulk enters the battlefield. We get to return target land from our graveyard to the battlefield. And that's it. That's my take on Enri. Yes, not the most imaginative deck in the world, I'll give you that one. But it's green black zombies. It kind of works. It's fun to play, and you know, this version is cheaper than the Walking Dead version. So hey, if you want to try it out and pretend it's Michurin, or however you pronounce the name, so sorry if I've butchered that. Yeah, it's good. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow with yet another deck tech. Please, if you haven't before, hit the subscribe button. Help me out. 327 as I record this video today. Trying to get to 500 by the end of the year. So please sub if you can to here. Come and follow me on Twitch. There's a link in the description down below. You can come and see me play this deck on my stream. Still streaming on a Thursday evening and a Sunday afternoon UK time. Maybe we'll get the odd extra bonus stream in occasionally, but we'll have to see. But yeah, once you come and follow me on Twitch, you get access to our Discord. You can talk on Discord all you want to about Commander, as much as you want to, and me and my mods for my stream and so on and so forth. Keep an eye on it and butt in where we need to. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you come back tomorrow and watch tomorrow's one. Take care. Bye.